The Talking Leeds podcast, match reaction with Aaron Marshall and Gerry McNamee.
Hello and welcome to Talking Leeds match reaction with myself, Arron Marshall, and Mr. Gerry McNamee, and we're reflecting on Wednesday night's victory over the world champions, which finished at Arron. Leeds United 3, Chelsea 1. The world champions, Gerry. Does that mean we're now the world champions of football?
I think if in boxing parlance, when you beat the world champion, you become world champion. And so we're not only champions of Europe now, champions of the world.
Champions of the world, yeah.
It was world class. It was a world class performance.
It was, wasn't it? Just I'm still on cloud nine from it, Gerry. And you know, we were thinking, oh God, you know, doom and gloom and this, that, and the other. But obviously, I went at the ground on Wednesday. I was working away from home and I was watching on my iPad. And the Melton Mowbray Premier Inn, they must have got excited below me when I was jumping around when it was 3-1. But boy, oh boy, what a game, Gerry! What a game!
Yeah, Melton Vegas, as they call it down in Leicester, I think. So, yeah, I mean, cards on the table. I was one of those people that said Fark must stay. He's doing a great. No, I didn't. I wasn't. And like most of us, we thought his race had run. You know, we thought fair play what you've done. But since half time against Man City, where he changed it like we'd asked for, 3-5-2, gone long, you know, in their faces. It's been brilliant. I always remember Jack Charlton when he took over the Ireland team. He said, "Ireland, try to play nice football, but we're not as good as everybody else. Let's put them under pressure." And way ahead of his time. We did. We from the kickoff, we were in their faces. The team, we were wondering whether he would retain the 3-5-2 and you know, just play on. Most of us thought, Brendan will play. No disrespect to Brendan, but that formation. But he did 3-5-2. He had the three. Bijol was in with Pascal and Rodon. Stack was back in for Groove. I thought it was been lucky. I thought he'd been excellent against Man City. Yeah. And Calvert-Lewin started up front. So, and Tanaka in as well. And you know, straight away we were at them. You know, Chelsea, they're such an entitled club. Like a lot of these top four are. I mean, you only have to look at, I spoke about atmospheres last time, Man City, and you compare the two. Even Chelsea fans on social media have said, I wish it was like this at Stamford Bridge. It was rocking, and it was the best I've heard it for a long time. We got a corner. And Bijol popped up with a bullet header. Not only was it his first goal, but I had £1 each way on him to score.
I saw,
Also had a 3-1 win as well, which I thought I'd forgotten about. So it was about 80 quid in up on the night. But a great header. And you know, just lifted everybody. And for that first 10, 15, 20 minutes, we were at them, you know, really at them. And then we slowly let them back into the game. But you thought, get to half time. Yeah, sorry, I missed that second goal. What am I talking about? Second goal. I mean, Tanaka, we were moaning. He'd had a couple of chance shots. Tanaka's not shooting tonight. And a little ball from Bogan. Bang. Oh, my God. And I saw his old school teacher was in the crowd as well, wasn't he?
Was. His primary school teacher.
And it was, what a goal. His first Premier League goal. And 2-0 up at halftime. They sort of come back in the game. But all throughout the team, I thought, the goal, I thought it was a decent player in there, but the system works for the players we've got. The substitutions that were made were sensible substitution and fitted the system we had. Everything seemed to just slot into place. So you have to give Daniel Farke, a stubborn bugger that he is, but he's realised, and he's been listening to me and you, Darren. He's obviously Darren. Did I just call you Darren? Aaron. Listen to both, and everybody, every podcast, everybody listen to, and he's obviously taken it on board. And you know, we've got a lot of plaudits from that. But 2-0 going in at half time, and you think just one thing: don't let it slip like we did against Villa. Early goal. And we did.
It did.
I thought Perry was. I thought he should have done better with that one that came across. It was sloppy, but 2-1, and we're hanging in there. And had special mention. I thought Ampadu, who criticised a few weeks ago, and rightly he wasn't on it. He was on it the other night. His runs, his tackling.
Yeah, it's written down. Ampadu is in my notes. He was the standout one for me, Jerry. He was everywhere. It was like he's found his form again, and his confidence was there. His passing, his tackles, everything about him in the middle of that part was just brilliant. And that's the Ampadu that we know and love, and he can do it. This is the thing. I'll tell you what I liked as well, Jerry. The two up top, Nemecha and Calvert-Lewin. I thought that it works. It really works. And I think Nemecha, the more I watch him now, and I'm linking up with Dominic Clark, I'm kind of like this. It was a throwback to the 90s for me in the early 2000s with Smith and Viduka up front. You thought, well, these two can do it here. But listen, every one of them put in a shift, Jerry. I know that you mentioned the goal we conceded. Perry maybe could have potentially done a little bit more with that one, but it's hard, isn't it? It's
his kicking was getting it long, but could have been better. But I'm just glad that they're not doing that passing out from the back thing, because that just has me nerves on end. But Nemecha, he's funny. He looks like a big truck sometimes, but then he can take a touch, and he looks brilliant. And I think the two of them complement. I mean, Calvert-Lewin we've been doing this job for the last few weeks, winning headers and just putting pressure on their defend. Their two centre halves weren't great. I think they'd put out a second string. But throughout the team, I thought Stack was back making those runs that we saw early season. I saw his heat map and he was everywhere. Tanaka runs himself into the ground as usual. Bogle up and down. He was given there. Having two full backs who can attack and defend is not bad. I thought Goodmanson, he was on fire. And the Brazilian kid, Vade, whatever his name is, he should have been sent off. It wasn't a trip. He just swung a kick at him.
Ridiculous.
Having said that, I thought for once, and it's not just because I thought the referee was decent. He let a lot go, and he didn't fall for the falling over and the dramatics. Because if you watch Chelsea Arsenal on Sunday, it's just embarrassing trying to get free kicks. And just the moment of the game for me, you've probably seen on social media, was just in front of the dugouts. 3 bang tackles. Ampadu, Pascal, I forget who the other one might have been. It might have been Goodmanson. And you thought the crowd were on their feet. It was just, you ain't getting through. None shall pass. And but you were worried that Garnacho came on, rat-faced boy, and but he was giving us a few troubles, and he thought, we're not going to hold out here. But Okafor came on. Okafor's a big lad. I think he's looking a wee bit thicker than I saw him last time.
Yeah.
But he's got a touch on him, and a few times he got in, and Chelsea messed around the back, and fair play, he went for it. And for the second game at home in a row against Chelsea, we had a tap in over the line. If you remember Brendan's goal against them a couple of seasons ago, but I thought surely that's disallowed, but no, it was given. Did we have one disallowed, or am I mixing it up with the previous?
We did have one. Yeah, Nemecha with it. That was a sweet strike as well.
I think it was offside. So we hung on.
We did, and that physicality, that press, that desire, and you could see the fight in them. And that's what really caught my eye with this, Jerry, is that everything what you see and you associate with good Leeds United teams was there, and it was strong, and it was just. And you look at the stats and forget the possession and all that crap. The biggest stats, Leeds won 3-1, but all the qualities of what you want to see, even if we drew that. If we'd have been happy with that, with the level of performance which had been given, weren't we? And I think Ellen Road. Absolutely rocking. Sky were loving it. There were pictures of crowds everywhere and things like that. But you got to take, and I eat my humble pie, Fark. You've done a good job there, pal. Keep it up.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, I can't because I don't think we were wrong in what we were saying. It wasn't being aggressive or abusive. We
No.
just said you need to change this and making subs in 70 minutes in the same formation, the same passive. I think was the word that was used a
Mm,
lot. But yeah, we played to our strengths, and
mm,
and I say we hung on. We didn't hang on. We weren't hanging. It feels like it when you're counting the clock down, but we didn't hang on. We totally dominated them, and
yeah.
they're world champions. They did leave a few players out, but Cole Palmer was coming on. I know he's not fully fit. He's worth
Mm,
150 million. He's a fantastic player. He had a good chance, which
yeah.
I thought was in. Neto, all these guys, they
Yeah.
Fernandez, they are top quality.
Yeah.
Liam Delap. Wasn't
Oh,
sure about him.
do you know,
30 million.
30 million
Declared
quid
for Ireland. He's a donkey.
He's not very good. Is it Ipswich? He was at Ipswich, wasn't he?
Yeah, he looked good. He probably is a good player, but his dad used to play for Ireland, but he's not declared. And I think, oh well, never
No.
mind from that performance.
Yeah.
Troy Parrott's the man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that Chelsea team, and then obviously Enzo Duda, Maresca hasn't beaten Fark, has he, in his
They
career?
won't like it. The Chelsea won't like that.
No.
Dodgy ground. I
Yeah.
thought Chelsea are gonna. The players that got the squad, that got the depth. You look at you look at the bench, and you thought they're going to challenge this year, but they're not consistent. And you may be the better squad, classier than us, but it's just determination, pressure, and there's no doubt those players are playing for Fark regardless. They are playing.
They are.
So I think we forget about changing, and hopefully we can get the point. I mean, West Ham slightly let us down, or Man United slightly let us down. But if someone had said to you going into the Liverpool game, we're 2 points above the relegation zone, we'd have snapped you out, because we said 1 point from these 3 games, snap it. So we got 3 now. So something like not a free hit against Liverpool, but takes pressure off a little bit. But if you're going to beat Liverpool, Dr. Leeds may sort out their problems. But now's the time. Now's the time to play. Play Arnie and his
and the key thing as well. You look at the goal difference as well. -10, West Ham -12. So you got two goal kind of swing there. It's all points and table positions and things like that. Yeah. But it drags Fulham in as well. That's looking at the table now. Fulham 15th on 17, Bournemouth on 19 points, Brentford, Newcastle, Spurs 19 as well. I know that there's a 5-point difference there, but if we could somehow pick up another win within the next 2 games and you can drag yourself away, that mentality going into January, it just helps that little bit of momentum, doesn't it? And
you need teams between you and the bottom 3. I don't think Spurs and Newcastle are serious relegation, but we say Forest have had good results recently, but we're only a point behind them. We say Fulham are close. Another win and they're closer, and you drag all those in. Bournemouth, even though they've had a hell of a season, I was shocked to see that they're on 19 points. Sunderland, I think, probably on 25 players. But the African Nations Cup, you think losing players, but they've probably got enough in the tank. And what a great job they've done. I'm only jealous of them because I want us to be up there as well. But I totally admire them for what they've done. But now when we play them in a few weeks, they'll have lost all those players. So maybe that's the advantage. But going into tomorrow, people making us nearly favourites against Liverpool. I mean, the last time they played there, they beat us 6-1. But last time we played them in Anfield, we beat them. I think if we start on the same intensity, I mean, hopefully everybody's fit because the recovery time and everything is short. But it's time for players to step up. I was glad for players like I seen Pirro coming on. I thought, that's fits. He can go in a 2 up front, and things like Gruev coming on and he can slot in. And it's rotating that squad, using all the players we have. The big moment for me, never mind winning 3-1 and winning first goal score. He does exist. Barnow came on.
Yes, I'm going to say that.
Dolph Lundgren in a Leeds shirt. He's a big unit, and I was so pleased to see him because I thought he didn't exist. And,
his last game was the Wednesday defeat,
Sheffield.
wasn't it?
It was the only game.
His only game. Is he going to be one of those? And he was just.
I mean, maybe second season, but we got to be in touch in January. Yeah, and so we can attract few more signings and
Yeah.
bolster the squad. But these guys have stepped. I'm glad to see someone like Bijol step up, because I thought he's got to be a good player. And you thought, is he just not fitting in? I thought Pascal, sometimes he gets turned or does stupid, but I thought his intensity and desire to win the ball. Joe Rodon, 100 games in a row. I think only Norman Hunter's done that for an outfield player. Just exemplary again. He's coming up against some of the top strikers in the world, and he's still got that little burst of pace. And he's getting up there as a Leeds icon legend. He's been absolutely fantastic. So the whole team,
it's good. And I look at the back three as well, with Rodon, Bijol, and Strauch from set pieces, because set pieces obviously was scored from the corner. So important this is, especially in the Premier League. And Rodon, Strauch, I think, has he got a goal this year? He surely must have. I think he has, hasn't he? And Bijol, those three, and then around that 6-yard area, it's so impressive that we've got defenders who can get up, win headers, and put it in the back of the net. It just gives us another outlet for goals, doesn't it? And that is what I think, Leeds need to continue doing it. And you could see it caught Chelsea out, because do we go for Bijol? Do we go for Rodon? What do we do here? It just freshens it up, doesn't it? And you're getting a win over these guys.
And having somebody, I mean, when they do get behind you, you've got that extra man clearing up and that extra head. And the Goodmanson was superb. He's been caught a couple of times with goals get behind, but I think that was a team thing. And I thought he is attacking intensity brilliant. And Bogle's stepped up. And I think Garnacho was probably tired legs, and that was getting around him a bit. But then you make the sub. James Justin comes in, and you move it around a bit, and then he comes across to the other side, left-hand side, and Barnell goes in, Barnell or whatever his name is, Barnell, and goes in. So you got players fitting into a system and fitting into what they should be. So
and we've got to mention as well, Realist says Pirot might be more effective in 3-5-2. He came on as well. It was good to see him.
I want to see Pirot score. I want to see Willie back integrated. I mean, it sounds that Dan James being unlucky, and he's got his hamstring. It could be 6 to 8 weeks, which is a worry for someone who's a speed merchant. But that's when you probably got to invest in more players. And Okafor coming off the bench is decent. And you've even got Brendan there. He came on Saturday against Man City, disruptive. If you're hanging on for by a goal or for a draw, and he's good coming on. It's just not a starter, and it just wasn't working with Brendan. But if he comes on and scores loads of goals and everything, he's a Leeds player. And we only criticise when it annoys us. We don't criticise for the sake of it, and give credit where credit's due. And this is one of those pods where you're giving lots of credit, and we've just beaten the world champions.
Obviously, Fark says that Calvert-Lewin and Nemetcha might be potential doubts for tomorrow. That means they'll probably play, so we don't need to worry about that.
Who would come in if they're both missing? Would be Okafor and Willie?
Okafor and Peru. There's options, isn't there? To kind of play around with it. But the problem is as well, there's so many games. We're coming into the festive period now, aren't we, Joe? There's so many games coming up quick and fast. Obviously Liverpool on Saturday, and then is it Brentford?
Brentford and Palace. Palace, Sunderland, Liverpool.
So we've got. We're getting out. We're coming out of it. We thought it was going to be doom and gloom, and this would be the end for Fark. But it's so. A positive result goes your way, everything completely changes, and just hope that Leeds can kick on. And Liverpool are in self-destruct mode. I'm going to call it now. They really are. They look. I saw the highlights against Sunderland.
Hilarious. It's hilarious to follow it. There's a lot of strain. I mean, you thought Spurs are going to push on this year. Liverpool, the money they spent, and. I mean, Man City even after we pulled them back, and Fulham nearly, other than one knocked off the line, they could have come back from 5-1. So there's nobody's vulnerable. They can just cut you apart. I mean, Haaland could have, potentially destroyed. Never got a kick the other day. So I think he plays the Jermaine Beckford against Leeds. He does bugger all, and avoids scoring a goal. But we will see. He will feature in today's World Cup draw, which Ireland are in. Either or if maybe possibly. Yeah. Well, I know the draw we'll get if we do. We'll have Brazil, Argentina, and France. England will have Haiti, Salvation Army, and Gemma Collins, as somebody said.
What time does the World Cup draw kick off?
Well, it starts at 5, but probably that will go on till 7. Have to give Donald Trump his Peace Award. It's just it's absolutely rancid. It really is. And it'll take a long time. I think they make the draw today and then decide the fixtures tomorrow. I heard of a Scots guy who's booked 22 hotels already in anticipation of it. It's a tricky one. I mean, Ireland, it's great to be just in the draw and we can dream and say, if we get in there. I want Brazil. If we get there, I just want a game against Brazil. I've always wanted that in a World Cup. I noticed one thing that really annoyed me today. Things that annoy me and things usually do, but Rio Ferdinand is on. He's there presenting
he's
it,
doing
and he's been asked what about it being affordable to football fans, and he's waffling on about elite sport and elite. You can see in his face he's taking the money. He's an absolute grifter, and he's saying he's man of the people and he's accessible. Yeah, ask the drug testers allegedly. They weren't very accessible to them. It just stinks. The whole FIFA thing. Looking at Infantino is more gruesome than Blatter ever was. It stinks. I mean, it's football and we love it, but this World Cup is getting out of hand. 48 teams, 77 groups.
It's not for the fans, and
it's not. I
I
travel and I'm not sure. It's going to cost about 10 grand to go, and where are you going to end up? And I don't know.
And as well with it being in as you say, Canada and Mexico as well. England could be in Mexico one game, then you could be in Canada the next.
I think they might keep the groups in individual countries. I'm sure. God, they'll do that, but the intensity and the heat and everything. You just want it to be in Germany or France. I mean, there should be a World Cup in this country, really, shouldn't it? It's disgraceful. Mexico, this is their third since England have had a World Cup. It's just, it's the old, allegedly. I don't know. Yeah, the old backhanders. Yeah,
the old backhanders and Donald Trump.
Well, he said he's going to change it from City. It could be a disaster, but hey, we're in the draw. In football terms, it's great, and looking forward to it.
Yeah, let's just hope you get a good. What I'd like to see, it probably won't happen because of the seeding of the top pots for England. There won't be the first game. It'll be America against I don't know, Uzbekistan or Iran would be a good one.
Iran, that'd be hilarious.
That'd be hilarious. It would be quite hilarious.
We're an African nation. That would really piss off Donald Trump. I hope it reminds you of the 1936 Olympics. If anybody knows the reference, Jesse Owens and all that. Yeah, it stinks. Yeah, the whole thing stinks with them. But but anyway, that's my rant for the day.
We can look forward to that in the summer, Jerry. We can really look forward to it, but we can also thrive on this recent win for Leeds, and let's just hope they can kick on.
Well, the thing is, we can't book anything till March till we get through.
Well,
we don't know yet.
The demand is going to be through the roof, isn't it? And you want to enjoy it. And
we're just going to concentrate on Czechia, where we got 1,000 tickets for about 40,000 Irish fans. That's going to be fun.
Did you get one? Are you there?
I don't know yet. No, we don't. I hope. I'm a long-term member of the supporters club, and they always never let me down. I think I've earned it.
You do. You've earned it, Jerry. Of course you have. And I hope if they do get, a decent draw.
I hope we don't get England. I mean, that's not in the bad way. It just wouldn't. I just want something exotic.
It's different
that I've never seen.
You can only have two UEFA teams in the same group, can't you? So,
I thought you could.
I think you can only have two, so I don't think you can have three European nations in one.
Norway are the one to avoid. Norway could be on pot 3 and Italy potentially pot 4. So if you got those, but let's say England won't get those. We know that doesn't. Those warm balls and everything, and we know that doesn't happen. So Gemma Collins is lined up for the opening fixture.
I've been watching that with great interest though, because I do like the old.
If you do want to see a funny clip, and I've never seen before, the '94 World Cup draw had Robin Williams making it with Sepp Blatter, and it made me laugh out loud. I thought, what genius to get that man up there. He took the piss out of Blatter. It's worth seeing. Brilliant. Great man. But there you go. Are you watching anything good on the telly? Watching it?
Not at the moment, because obviously the football's been on. We finished.
Beast in Me is good. I've been watching that on Sky. Yeah. I won't try to explain it. A bit of murder, a bit of
We finished the
Netflix. Sorry, Netflix. Not
we finished the bloody monster thing, whatever that was called.
We finished Ed Gein.
Yeah, Ed Gein. Yeah, what a strange man.
Every time I look at the shovel in my shed. Yeah.
It was a strange man he is.
It's not for the faint-hearted. And it was interesting the angle it went, how he inspired people to be mass murderers. But there's a lot of good stuff going around.
Yeah, watch The Jungle. If you're watching The Jungle.
No, I'm not watching that crap. I don't even know who they are, to be honest.
There's who's in it still? Jack Osborne's still in it. He's quite good. And then you've got Angry Ginge.
Who's he?
I didn't know who Angry Ginge was. And
I don't care who he is. You have a vlogger, a YouTuber, a soap opera, reality show.
Lisa Riley, she was in it. Oh, she's still in it?
Yeah.
I don't know. She's in it. Yeah, I think so.
Emmerdale, I sort of know her. Martin Kemp, Spandas.
Yeah, he got kicked out last night.
Did he? Fair enough.
You
were going to tell me how he was, but then to cut a long story short, that's Spandau Ballet song. If anybody knows Spandau, I'll just shut up now.
Tony says, Jerry, did Paul Brooker behave himself on Wednesday?
Yeah, Paul. We do the View with him. Paul was with me, and we hugged. We hugged 3 times, and we got looked into each other's eyes, as he said. I have to take him out for dinner now. It was so intense. Yeah, we had a good time, a good crack. All in all, we're very happy. And 5:30 tomorrow against the tourists from Liverpool. We'll see lots of cameras and
lots of
selfie sticks and all that, because the Liverpool fans, that's the way they are these days. The top 4 to the 6. Thankfully, Leeds aren't like that. There wasn't a camera that I could see when we scored, just arms and legs. And weren't the South stand on form the other night as well? They were top form, and it was
excellent.
It was good. Nice time to be a Leeds fan. There's rough times ahead, but we've got a chance now. We've got a chance. And if we win tomorrow, wow! Will you take a draw? Probably
take a draw all day long. But listen, let's enjoy it, and let's just hope we can try and get a positive result against Liverpool tomorrow. I'll be there, you'll be there, and we'll be back probably Sunday, kind of reflecting on another potential 3 points for Leeds, hopefully. Right, Jerry, we'll leave that there, and we will see you all next time. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe and all that sort of stuff, and we will see you Sunday.
Back to work.
Back to work.